If there's anything to know about golf fans, it's the unwavering anticipation for the President's Cup every September. Golf is mostly considered a solo sport, so having any event that involves teams is sure to have us on the edge of our seats. And it's even more exciting when we look at the U.S. team, who won this year's game, just like they have 11 times before. In this video, we'll tell you all about how they beat the international team once again. First up, the U.S. team had a head start. Now, we don't mean to say that they had more learning opportunities or better coaches and management, although both these things are probably true. By head start, we mean their team. The top 10 players in the official World Golf Ranking are quite literally the best men in the sport, right? We all love watching them play, and for good reason too. No one can take their eyes off these golfers. Imagine 5 of those top 10 players in the U.S. team for the President's Cup. Sounds crazy, right? Well, there's no need to imagine because that's exactly what it is, and it's nothing new for this team. But then, just add this on top of the fact that 9 of the team members are ranked somewhere in the top 15. Have you ever seen this many top-ranked players on one team since the inception of the President's Cup? You haven't, because this is the first time ever that this is happening. Let's compare this with the international team, which had no top-ranked players. They had Australian player Cameron Smith to count on at one point, who's a world number 3, and the Open champion as well, but unfortunately for them, Cam decided to cut to the LIV Golf circuit just last month and was ineligible to participate here. His departure left a group of only mid to low-ranked players up against some of the best players in the world. We all knew what the outcome was going to be from the start. We were just watching the game for the thrills, and of course the adrenaline. Coming up, the international team put up an admirable fight back. Judging from the strength of the team, we never saw this coming. But we've got to say, despite all odds, the international team put up quite a fight that left all of us in awe. Okay, we still won, but come on guys, what this team did was nearly impossible to accomplish, but they still managed to pull it off. The Cup turned into a mesmerizing spectacle as we saw Trevor Immelman taking charge and proving the impossible with a team that really was harmed by players leaving for LIV Golf. You know, looking at the lineups, we thought that the Cup would be boring and a clean sweep for the U.S. team, but it was anything but boring. Next, the typically one-sided match wasn't one-sided anymore. This Cup saw some of the best performances put up by the international team in a long time. The host team did win 11 of the first 15 points, but a 3-1 session win on Saturday gave the international team some hope and group to stand at, with 11-7 down and 12 potential points left to compete for. The first Sunday singles was a tie, and what a match that was. A roaring battle between our very own Justin Thomas versus Siwoo Kim. The pair shared many wins and fist bumps throughout the game, but it reached its head when Justin gestures that he should have been given a 2'7" putt to win the 9th. Kim played in the usual combat style, hitting the front for the first time with a birdie on the 16th. JT responded with his move, a pinpoint approach to the second last hole. And while we all love Justin, it was Kim who landed the final knockout, delivering an important point for his team. Really well played, Kim. The second game wasn't nearly as exciting, but it was still fun to watch Jordan Spieth versus Cam Davis. Jordan got the U.S. team its first point of the day. Yes, he did lose the opening 2 holes to Cam Davis, but he also instantly leveled the match at the turn and won 4 holes in a row, sealing a perfect 5-0-0 record, not to mention a 4-3 triumph. Moving on, Patrick Cantlay versus Adam Scott, followed by Sam Burns versus Hideki Matsuyama. This one was pretty easy to say the least. Patrick Cantlay experienced a very comfortable win over Adam Scott. We don't know whether Cantlay is really good or Adam's just really bad, but the former won pretty seamlessly. Hideki Matsuyama and Sam Burns, on the other hand, played out a very topsy-turvy half. That game nudged the American team only 2 points away from outright winning the Cup for the 9th time in a row, but those 2 points weren't as easy to get. Now, the international comeback reached its peak with the 5th match and then went down. This game was perhaps the peak of the international team's spirited fight back. Imagine beating the world number 1. The 5th President's Cup game saw Colombian golfer Sebastian Munoz beat Scotty Scheffler 2-1. Scheffler is the world number 1, so winning against him did a great job of boosting morale for the international team, who kept their hopes alive. But the hope was in vain, because we saw the duo of Tony Finau and Xander Schauffele putting an ultimate end to this comeback. Finau won 3-1 against Taylor Pendrith by reeling off 4 birdies in 6. Xander hit the winning putt as he beat Corey Connors 1-up in what can be perceived as the final match of the day. Only it wasn't really the final match, it just decided the win for the U.S. team. That said, there was plenty left to play for RKH Lee, Sungjae Im, and Christian Boysenhout scored the international team many points, bringing their total up to 12.5. No matter who won, we can't deny that the international team played really well, and it's not just us saying that. Ask the U.S. team captain himself. Let's take a look at what Davis Love III had to say. The U.S. team captain had only great things to say about his worthy opponents, saying that Trevor and his team did an incredible job of rising to the occasion, especially after the start they had on on Thursday. For his own team, the captain said that his guys put in a lot of effort over the last 3 weeks, and while their victories may look easy to us viewers, training is anything but. We all know everyone starts to transition into the off-season after the Tour Championship ends, and yet these people came in and gave their all. That's really admirable, and it reflects in their scores. He said that they've always been amazed at how prepared these men are and just how hard they work. Same here, Davis. Same here. It's no secret that Love didn't think they would ever lose this match. He was asked about the prospect of losing the unlosable match by a reporter, and he mentioned how nobody even cares about the US Cup until we start losing, because guess what? We're the United States. How could we ever lose? That's some confidence right there. He also mentioned that his team is used to being called the favorite. It's everywhere, on paper, on the news, on the lips of the other teams, but the game isn't played out there. It's played on the golf course, and it has no favorites. Finally, international team captain Immelman admitted their positions as underdogs. The international team knows that they're underdogs, and they're not afraid of admitting it. We have it from the captain himself. Trevor Immelman said that after being in the competition for so many years, they're kind of used to the label now, but it's not like they're without any accomplishments. Hideki Matsuyama and Adam Scott have won the Masters. South Korea's Siwoo Kim and Sung Jae Im have won multiple PGA Tour events, and others like Corey Connors, Tom Kim, and Sebastian Munoz have all come out on top once. And Emmanuel testifies to their dedication. You don't get into the international team by accident. You have to put a lot of work in, and all these players are elite athletes. As he put it himself, you don't just wake up one morning and get onto the PGA Tour. Immelman himself is no small player. He's one of the few people who've beat the one and only GOAT, Tiger Woods, and in the time of Woods' prime, too. Immelman won the 2008 Masters by 3 strokes. That, too, just 3 months after he went through a tumor surgery. Man's got a lot of dedication. The captain also thinks that the low expectations attached to his team remove a lot of pressure from them as well. He says that it frees them up because they've got nothing to lose. Now, he's not saying that his team's bad, just that if you compare the US team's world ranking with the international one, they've got nothing to lose, and Love's team has everything to lose. That's a wrap for this video. Did you enjoy Team USA's win? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.